They said this place was empty, but the moment I arrived, I knew that was a lie. No one lives here. Yet the city seems alive in its silence. The wind howls a lonely tune through broken traffic lights and abandoned cars. Weeds push through cracks in the pavement, reclaiming what was once theirs. In the eerie morning fog, the city breathes. Every corner hides a story or a warning. I feel compelled to explore, to wander through these cinematic alleyways where crumbling buildings stand like ancient giants. Their broken windows are like vacant eyes, and graffiti screams silent messages from the walls. The sheer overgrowth of plants reminds me that nature always wins. My footsteps are the only sound, echoing in the vast emptiness, punctuated only by the faint cries of unseen birds. But then other signs appear. A neon sign flickers to life, its glow a stark contrast to the decay. Abandoned market stalls look as if their owners just stepped away for a moment. I keep catching movement in the corner of my eye, a shadowy flicker in a window. It feels like someone is watching, but no one is here. A low, persistent hum vibrates through the air, mixing with the creak of rusting metal. I find myself drawn toward the heart of the city, a grand main square now in ruins. A fountain, long since dry and broken, sits at its center. Tattered flags hang limply from their poles, their colors faded by time and neglect. A strange, almost divine light breaks through the heavy clouds, illuminating the scene with an ominous glow. At the heart of silence, secrets wait. The wind echoes here, carrying the sound of a distant metallic clang that makes the hair on my neck stand up. The fog begins to thicken, rolling in from the side streets, and for a split second, I see a dark shape in the distance. And then it's gone. The city never truly sleeps, it waits. I couldn't resist, the city pulled me deeper. I had to know what secrets it held. Walking down these cracked streets, past the skeletons of cars, I felt like the only person left in the world. The fog rolls in thick and heavy, a cinematic curtain of suspense. My footsteps echo, a stark reminder of my solitude, while the wind whispers secrets I can't quite understand. The exteriors were haunting, but inside these collapsed buildings, the silence feels heavier, almost alive. I venture into their exposed interiors, where flickering lights create a strobe effect on the decay. Dust particles dance in the faint light, and the vegetation has found its way inside, crawling up the walls. The floorboards creak under my weight, and from somewhere deep within the structure, a faint groan answers back. Was that a groan? Or was it the city itself? Something moved. But no one is supposed to be here. I see a shadow dart past the window. A child's bicycle, broken and rusted, lies on its side. The neon signs outside flicker more erratically now, and the graffiti on the walls seem to shift and writhe. A low hum intensifies, and the whispers in the wind now sound like a name being called. I've reached the central plaza again, the heart of the city that holds its secrets and its dangers. The abandoned clock tower is frozen in time, its hands rusted in place. The broken fountain stands as a monument to what once was, and the tattered banners tell a story of a forgotten past. Mist curls around everything, shrouding the plaza in a chilling embrace. Looking up at the silent clock tower, I hear that distant clang again, closer this time. Turning down an alleyway, I see it. Glowing graffiti, pulsing with a soft, otherworldly light. The fog is so thick now, I can barely see a few feet ahead. And in that fog, a shadow figure stands, barely visible at the far end of the alley. I know I should turn back, but I can't. Some doors, once opened, can never be closed. I followed the glow. It led me down a hidden alley to a building that pulsed with an unnatural light. Strange runes were carved into its walls, swirling and shifting in the fog. He found the center, the place no one dared to enter. The air here is different, heavy with a low hum that vibrates in my chest. The whispers are louder, clearer. Stepping inside, the world changes. This is the core. Ancient artifacts float in the air, surrounded by faint dancing lights. A thick mist covers the floor, swirling around my ankles with every step. Every heartbeat echoed, and the city seemed alive. The whispers are all around me now, a chorus of unintelligible words. And then the revelation. I see my reflection, but not just one. Multiple versions of me, ghostly and transparent, stare back from the walls, which have begun to distort and twist. The light warps, and the floating particles shimmer and glitch. Reality itself twisted. The city was alive in more ways than one. A whooshing wind rushes through the room, and the whispers turn into distorted screams. I had to get out. He ran. But the city never lets go. I bolted through the streets, but they were no longer the same. The architecture bent and stretched, the shadows reaching for me like grasping hands. The fog was a suffocating blanket, and my own heavy footsteps were drowned out by the howling wind and that faint, terrifying scream. The street is empty again. The fog swirls, and the glowing runes on the wall pulse with a soft, knowing light. There's no sign of the wanderer. All that's left are a few abandoned belongings on the cold pavement. The silent city waits for the next soul. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more stories from the edge of reality.